descended upon this Grand Palace, the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's the second of our two semifinal matchups in the college football playoffs, as it'll be the Miami Hurricanes taking on the USC Trojans.
I think they glitched my helmet. My helmet not on, so I think they glitched it. So that's it. See? I'm basically gonna win this, so I need it to win. Do what I did there.
And for the right to play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Man blue.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Frazier, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I grabbed that.
36. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception. But it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Gregory. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
My defense cannot be able to be sitting there being
the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, as a coach, this is what keeps you up at night in the days leading up to this semifinal. You worry about the turnovers, and that's his first INT.
You're supposed to dwell on the positive, but you're exactly right. We don't know a coach out there that doesn't worry about what can go wrong, and this really shouldn't be a surprise. We knew they'd throw the kitchen sink at him defensively.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up sitting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this in. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Hurricanes have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gregory. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, here's what happened, mobility.
This is what I'm talking about. The quarterback is
He thinks he can
horrible.
retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure.
This is what I'm talking about. The defense. The defense, man. It's just the defense. All the defense do is just sit there, man. It's stupid. It's the only route that I love to go.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistle's blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hail Mary. And this is all.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Daniel going to throw. And that is caught.
Man, I can't.
Touchdown, Miami. A great play there.
It's the defense. We ain't got no fat defense. We don't even have skinny defense.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Salty right now.
So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The SC offense about set to take over here. On 1st down, Gregory.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, where your defense is? What is defense?
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush.
Just watch the defense. Look what the defense is.
Sound of paper being ripped to shreds. That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Gregory. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
So get up the
now
field.
A 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Off play action. Gregory.
That's what I'm talking about. Look where the 2 defenses at.
Game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
You don't even know
Some
the
applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down.
I'm actually done. I'm done. Because look. Look at the defense. Our defense is on point.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, here's Daniel. Rush coming, and he's taken down. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
I'm better up at Notre Dame.
Plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
It's better off
First and goal following that gain of 17. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
And then if you have another account, just go to another game. They'll give you number one.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Daniel. And they're going to get him. They bring it down, a sack back at the 16-yard line.
They're like, they're winning, they're winning. We're losing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out is not really good. Will cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Because look, Sanders is not there.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
I'm done. The defense came with focus, man.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're
This is how the real life defense is.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball.
They want to go home quick.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. The USC punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress, but that'll be a safety. And here's where I'm perfect.